Him just opened fairly significantly under the box office tracking. While it was tracking to open in the high to mid 20s, it only opened to $13.5 million this weekend domestically, which is about under $10 million from where it was tracking. And unfortunately, Him was plagued with awful reviews upon its opening weekend, which is probably what was likely responsible for it. Universal did the probably correct thing here by not allowing reviews to come out until Thursday, which is when the movie came out. And often when movies do this, they kind of know they have a stinker on their hands. And then Thursday night, the floodgates open and all of the very negative reviews came out. This is just a kind of random theory, but I also wonder if word got around that this is actually not a Jordan Peele directed movie, just produced. Because I know a lot of people seemed to be under the impression that he directed Him. Universal really slapped his name all over the marketing and almost tricked people into thinking that he directed it, which is really not a bad idea considering he has a good name, at least for now. Can Him still be profitable? Well, it cost a medium $27 million to produce. Opening to $13 domestic isn't exactly necessarily a death sentence for that range, for that budget range, but it is a bad start. I don't predict that this movie is going to do very well internationally because it's a football movie, and with such negative reviews, I predict that this will cause future weekends to be really disastrous. I wouldn't be surprised if Him makes like $5 million next weekend. And on a budget of $27 million, this movie is going to need to gross in the 60s to be profitable in its theatrical frame because theater chains keep about half the box office receipts, and that $27 million number doesn't account for marketing. So I personally think that it's not even going to get close to 60. I saw Him on Sunday night, and for me, it's one of those movies where I can't necessarily defend it and say it's a misunderstood masterpiece or anything like that, but I actually quite enjoyed it, and I'm kind of sad to see it flop so much. I am curious if eventually it's going to have a cult status in a few years and maybe over time find an audience, because I do think that there is something there for Him. But as far as its theatrical run, this movie is not going to be a financial success at all.